What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jason here, and in today's video, we're going to talk about what would you do if you had $100? How can you scale that to an actual business? I'm going to show you some of the things I would do and some of the things billionaires would do. Stay tuned. So what would you do if you had $100 and given the challenge to turn that into a thriving business? That's a good question, and I'm going to tell you what I would do, and hopefully you would be willing to follow my advice and do likewise. Because if you do a search on YouTube, you'll find that several people have done that, have taken $100, sometimes less, sometimes more, and duplicated it based on, what they were going for with their business. I don't know if you've seen this this show. I already forgot the name of it. I think it's called Undercover Billionaire, something like that. But basically, it's where this guy he made a fortune, and people were saying, you know what, you're so out of touch. You probably couldn't do it again. Let me look it up real quick here. Undercover Billionaire. Yeah. Ooh. Yep. Undercover Billionaire. Glenn Stearns. So yeah. Anyway, this guy, he's a billionaire, and they said, yeah, you couldn't do it again. You're so out of touch, yada yada. So he said, you know what? I like a good challenge, and he decided to go ahead and start over. The challenge for him was for him to be brought to a remote place in the country, place he has no connections with anyone, so he's not familiar with people. He's got no favors. And all he has to his name is a $100 bill and a beat up work truck for him to, get a start, at least transportation, and also to sleep in, because, he didn't have a place to stay. So he took that $100 and over time evolved that into a thriving business that was worth at least $1 billion. And so anyway, the reason why I bring this up is because it shows that you don't need much in order to start on your dream of starting a business, or even just getting yourself out of debt. Maybe you don't want to start you kind of have to start a business in order to get there, but if your main focus, if your goal is really just to have a good life and to be able to travel with your family and friends and all those good things, well, that's the way to do it. You're gonna have to create a business, but it's not as out of reach as you may think. It's actually well within your reach. So if I were given $100, what would I do? Good question. First things first, I would take out a sheet of paper, or at least take out my iPad, and I would write out everything that I would do to get that $100 to $1 million or $1 billion. And it's important, extremely important, to have things written down. You really need to have things written down. I can't stress that enough. I have a dream board and a vision board here that I look at every single day, and it means something different. It solidifies, it makes it more concrete when I can visually see it. And also, there is this thing about when you handwrite something, when you actually put pen to paper and you're physically writing something out, the transition to your brain, it causes some kind of learning that enforces what it is that you're writing. It commits it to your memory that much quicker and easier and more long term than if you were to just say, all right, I got it locked up in the vault here. We're good. It is a far cry different. And so first things first, I would recommend heavily that you take out a sheet of paper or an iPad and write out what your plan is. That's what I would do. I take that $100 right at the top. This is what I have. And then I write down a list of goals that I want to, reach. And all of those goals are stepping stones to get me to that goal, that ultimate goal of $1 million, let's say. And so I would organize those goals into milestones and put a dollar figure amount. So I would say at about $1,000, I would have done this. At about $5,000, I would have done this. And I just keep that going and going and going until I've, thoroughly planned out the main goals for my path and my journey from $100 to $1 million. And then once I'm done with that, I would create little bullet points, little lists inside of each goal to just kind of outline what needs to be done in order for me to get to those goals. So goal number one, this is what it'll look like when I reach $1,000. What do I need to do to get to that $1,000? And I just keep going and going and going, creating those lists within each goal. And that way you now have a physical outline of your entire plan. I would recommend to you checking out this book called Vivid Vision by Cameron Herold. He is someone that I work with and work for, and he is incredible. He's got several books, and he's speaking engagements all over the country and outside the country. And this book, Vivid Vision, helps you with understanding how to draw out your goals. Just like I said, this one goes into way more detail. It's a better outline than what I'm saying here, but I would definitely recommend you could go on Amazon and you can get that book, Vivid Vision by Cameron Herold. Check it out. I have the book and it's great. All right, so that's the first thing I would do. And this next thing I would do to get to this goal, after I've written that, I would then plan on my first plan of attack. And from that plan of attack, it would incorporate what I would use that $100 for. Now, you don't have to use the full $100 right away. You basically need to consider it as, an investment. That $100 is not yours. In the case of Glenn Stearns from Undercover Billionaire, $100 was his living expenses and everything all in one. So that's all that he had to his name at this point of the challenge. So a portion of that $100 had to go to his food. So he got ramen noodles for a while. And also he spent a night at the hotel when he was just too tired from being in the car when it was freezing outside. He got sick, the first few days that he was doing this challenge. So, he needed to be able to rent a hotel for a night. So at the end of it, he had, I think, around $35 or something like that. And that's all that he had left. So he had to really hustle. That may not be your case, but, that $35 he then invested into something else, which I don't remember what it was. He went to the junkyards to find some tires that he can flip and make some money and add to that. So consider the money that you have starting out and consider how much of it you would put towards your first goal, which is you would have to invest into something that can bring you back more money. And then I would just look for things that I can do, aka these are known as quick wins. After figuring out what to spend a portion of my $100 for an investment that should have a return of investment, after that, I will look for some quick wins, because when you invest in something, it's powerful when it comes back. But usually when you invest into something, the ROI is not very quick. It doesn't come overnight. It may take a few days. So in the meantime, you don't wait for that return of investment to come. You do not wait. You keep hustling. You keep grinding. So in the midst of once you've sent off that money, whatever portion you decided to invest, you have to go out there and grind. And that's why I'm not against a typical 9-to-5 job, because 9-to-5 jobs are what help you to stay above water. 9-to-5 jobs are what's usually meant to help you to not be homeless, to help you pay your immediate bills. And that's what it's good for. It's excellent in helping with your immediate financial needs. Again, it's not so much an issue, but the reality of it is that it requires you to invest your time for a return of money. Many entrepreneurs, they know that time is a valuable commodity, so they rather just invest their money so that their money can make money. And that's where you're going to go. That's where you're going to end up. That's what you want to do. But you can't get there in the beginning. So what you do is you invest your time to get money. So this is where you get those quick wins. You can flip things. So it's going to require some labor, right? Find some things to flip. Get a part-time job, maybe a full-time job for a few weeks, a few months, whatever, until you start seeing that return of investment that can replace that income that is satisfying your immediate financial needs. Now, you may start getting a return of investment while you are flipping or working a regular job. If it's not over the amount of or at the very least, if it's not equal to your immediate financial needs, don't drop your day job. Don't drop your product flipping. Don't drop that. Don't drop that manual labor, because you need to make sure that you're able to go up in value, not under. You don't want to start over from scratch, having nothing. You want to make sure that your money is growing. So, while you are doing this, the regular job or flipping products or whatever, while you're doing that, you may start seeing some income from that return of investment. Just reinvest. And the trick is, and this is going to be hard for you to hear, and this is just a recommendation. Some people do the 80-20 rule, but I feel the best way to grow your business quicker is to reinvest the full amount that you get back. So your return of investment, reinvest 100%. That is hard. That is not something you want me to say to you, especially when you see money coming in. You're thinking, whoa, all right, yeah. Nope. Reinvest the whole 100%. Other people would say the 80-20 rule, which is, well, I guess it kind of depends. Some people say you keep 80 and then you reinvest the 20. Other people who are more daring would say you keep the 20 and reinvest the 80. I say reinvest the 100%. Once you get back to the point where you have overcome your financial needs, so your return of investment is over that amount, then you can reinvest well, I already got to that part, didn't I? Once you are seeing more than your immediate needs, like let's say your immediate needs is about $3,000 per month and you're at $5,000 per month on your return of investment. Once you're at that point, you could then probably scale back and do the 80-20 rule or something like that. But grow it to the point where you're seeing some fast growth, seeing some good money coming in. You got to put the money out in order to get more back. So consider that. And it's a slow growth, but at some point you're going to see that it's going to be real beneficial for you. And as that money starts coming in and you get to the point where you can stop flipping and, You don't have to work your 9 to 5. The next thing I would do is I would make sure that I am aligned with the proper mentors. I already have mentors, but align yourself with the proper ones, the ones that can help enhance your knowledge, ones that can invest in what you're doing and see what you're doing, and then give you valuable advice to help grow that even further. And they may want a portion of your business, maybe they don't, just depends. But it's important for you to find someone or some people who can put an investment of their time within you to give you the knowledge and the right tools to grow your business even further, so that you know exactly what steps to make and what steps to avoid. Last but not least is you want to make sure that you outsource as much as you can and focus on only the things that you are proficient and that you enjoy doing. So if you enjoy doing certain aspects of your business, keep doing it. Life should be enjoyable. Life should be fun. Keep doing what you enjoy doing. Everything that you don't enjoy doing, even if it's things that you know how to do, you can know how to do something and be like, man, I could save myself some money and just get this done. The problem is that it requires time. And as I said before, time is a valuable commodity to entrepreneurs, and they would much rather outsource that and get the time back as opposed to doing it for the sake of saving some money. No, you're saving some money, but you are giving up your time in order to do so. So don't do that. Even if you know how to do something, if you don't enjoy doing it, outsource it. Make sure you do that. So you're going to have to raise a team of people. And at first they could be freelancers. At first they could be people that are just, one-timers or whatever. But I would highly recommend bringing in a staff, bringing in people that can get to know you, get to know your values, and be brought into the culture sense of your business. What does your business represent? These people will be your strongest advocates. Next to your mentors, these people can be your strongest advocates because they'll look up to you and they'll talk about you in good, flattering ways. And that also gets into the whole word of mouth thing, which helps your business to grow immeasurably. Word of mouth, regardless of all of these amazing ways of, investing into ads and whatnot, word of mouth is still the tried and true way of raising a business like a wildfire, because even ads themselves, ads are meant to reach to actual human beings. They're meant to reach to people. And when they reach those people, if those people like what you're doing, they're going to use word of mouth to get the word out. So you understand that at the core, word of mouth is everything. And having a staff, having a team of people who believe in you, who are culture fits of your company, of your business, those people are going to be your strongest advocates, and they're going to be the ones to hold your arms up when you are tired, and they're going to be the ones who will sing your praises because of who you are and what you represent. And that is how you get a strong word of mouth going. So those are the things I would do. And at this point, you have absolutely raised a strong foundation in your finances. And you can do all that from just simply having a few dollars from the very beginning. As long as you plan it all out, you set those goals, you figure out what you got to do to get to those goals, then you just you find something that you can invest in and hustle right after that. Hustle until you are raising that capital to the point where it can replace your hustle money, and then make sure that you have mentors that can help you get to the next step, and make sure that you are outsourcing everything you don't love. Get a team of people that will love you, love what you're doing, and be your street team. Be the ones that are talking about you in a positive way. So hopefully that makes sense. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up to let the YouTube algorithm know that you appreciate the content in this channel and you want to see more of it. And if you do want to see more of it, please click the subscribe button and the bell notification to be updated on future videos as I post them. Last but not least, if you like to start a business right now and get that to scale up, all you gotta do is click the link in the description box below and I'll be more than happy to help you set it up. And yeah, that's it. So I'll see you guys in the next video. It's your boy Jason. Much love, God bless, and as always, you know how I do. Peace!
I should make money for free. Yeah, that's how money works. Money for free. If I ain't got a boss, then it's not a legal way to make money. You gotta know that's true, right? You gotta have a boss that, okay. The only way to make money is by spending a crazy amount of time. If I'm not like slave or nothing like that, okay. But, okay, here we go. Nobody makes money from home. This COVID thing is just a fluke. We're gonna be in office again, and if you seriously want to help me, you should, like, just give me money. You know, I mean, that's how you can show me